Okay, companies like Beats by Dre would never have been successful if it wasn't for the polarizing Ed Hardy brand. As a company, Ed Hardy was decades ahead in their marketing strategy. The clothing brand was a marketing genius that revolutionized the fashion industry. Wait, what did this guy just say? Hey everyone, great to have you here. Before you have me committed to an asylum, hear me out. If you know the Ed Hardy clothing company, then you know some of the associations that come with hearing those three words. On Urban Dictionary alone, there are 20 descriptions of the brand. It certainly deserves some of these. But I believe people will be fascinated to learn Ed Hardy's clever knack for marketing, and how this strength of theirs was ultimately their downfall too. To understand how the Ed Hardy company got started, we must first grasp the two men who are synonymous with the brand, Ed Hardy and Christian Audigier. So with that being said, let's get started. Donald Edward Hardy is a popular American widely known for his artistic tattoo designs and his popular Ed Hardy brand. Donald Hardy, popularly known as Don Ed Hardy, was born in California in 1945. He spent his early life studying fine arts and printmaking at the San Francisco Art Institute. The designing talent of Ed Hardy was discovered in his early childhood. He used his works of art to express his unique ideas and creativity. Later on, Hardy studied tattooing in Japan under Horihide, where he worked on Yakuza members. After that, he became publicly recognized for his exceptional incorporation of Japanese tattoo aesthetics into the American style of art. In addition to his artwork, Ed Hardy published books about alternative art and exhibits. The creative works of Don Ed Hardy were brought into the limelight by the popular designer of Von Dutch, Christian Audigier. It can be said Christian contributed to the fame of Ed Hardy and his artistic works of design. In 2002, Ed Hardy licensed his art designs to be made into a glamorous clothing line with Q USA, who became the first to put his artwork on clothes. A short while later, he partnered with the French fashion designer Christian Audigier after Christian came across his shirts in a store. This would be a pivotal point in Ed Hardy's life. Hardy is an individual highly talented in painting, drawing, and designing tattoos. His contribution to the American fashion industry cannot be forgotten in a hurry. Currently, Ed Hardy is retired from tattooing and continues to be one of the world's famous influential designers. He plays active roles in talent development and mentoring upcoming artists at Tattoo City. Hardy continues to hold a 15% stake in the Ed Hardy brand. Christian Audigier was a French designer who became famous for his trucker hat and logo-encrusted Von Dutch and Ed Hardy products. He was born in Avignon, France in 1958 and developed his designing talent at the age of 15. In the fashion industry, Christian Audigier developed popular designs and moved to New York in order to expand his own brand. Audigier was highly charismatic and talented such that he developed his own personal brand before working with other denim-centric brands in New York. Christian moved to Los Angeles, where his name grew with fame. He played an active role in promoting brand awareness for the Von Dutch fashion brand through celebrity advertisement. Audigier was in partnership with Von Dutch Originals and took active parts in its marketing activities. In 2004, Christian Audigier left Von Dutch and moved to Ed Hardy, which expanded rapidly. Audigier contributed positively in the growth and expansion of the Ed Hardy clothing brand. In 2015, Audigier developed blood cancer and died after lapsing into a coma in Los Angeles at the age of 57. Although Christian has passed away, his fashion legacy continues to thrive, reminding the world of one of the greatest fashion icons that has ever been in existence. And now, let's find out how these two men took the company to where it is today. Ed Hardy, a tattoo designer, entered the fashion industry and introduced his artistic designs to print materials. These designs were greatly admired and attracted the eyes of the public. Several influential fashion gurus took interest in the exceptional designs of Don Ed Hardy. One of such individuals is the popular fashion designer Christian Audigier, who played a major role in the publicity of the Ed Hardy clothing line. Hardy and Audigier agreed to do fashion business together in order to promote business growth and expansion in the product line. The Ed Hardy Clothing Company came into existence as Christian Audigier signed a licensing agreement with Don Ed Hardy in 2003 in order to globalize Hardy's unique and creative works of art. Audigier received trademark ownership and copyright to all the images and artwork of Ed Hardy. Christian also received the master license to Ed's artwork, allowing him to produce numerous products featuring the designs of Hardy. In 2009, the Ed Hardy clothing brand had expanded, and other product lines were introduced to the Ed Hardy brand. The company introduced clothing lines, footwears, accessories, wallets, sunglasses, lighters, perfumes, air fresheners, and fine wine. The Ed Hardy brand met great success and was established in strategic fashion cities of the world. Ed Hardy Clothing Company aggressively opened stores in high-profile fashion districts such as San Francisco, New York, Los Angeles, Boston, Seattle, Minneapolis, Honolulu, Scottsdale, Tucson, Vancouver, Dubai, Johannesburg, Kuwait, Kuala Lumpur, Bangkok, Gurgaon, Delhi, Qatar, and Mumbai. Popular celebrities were used to advertise the brand and promote the image of the company. This has become known as the earliest use of influencer marketing. This new strategy of Audigier's created popularity among the Ed Hardy brand and led to huge successes. The celebrity marketing style promoted sales of the Ed Hardy brand products. By the end of 2009, the Ed Hardy brand reported sales of $700 million, for which Hardy's work gained worldwide recognition. That's a pretty impressive accomplishment in my mind, considering the duo had only started 5 years earlier. It really validates Christian Audigier as a marketing guru. Okay, the Ed Hardy brand experienced rapid and remarkable growth due to the partnership between Don Ed Hardy and Christian Audigier, who redefined the fashion industry. The unique artistic designs of Ed Hardy were globally accepted due to the public acceptance of tattoo designs and the reduction of social discrimination against wild and crazy works of art. The Ed Hardy Clothing Company introduced wild art designs on its clothing line of tops, t-shirts, jeans, footwears, accessories, sunglasses, and wallets. Within a short period of time, celebrities were associated with the Ed Hardy clothing line and the Ed Hardy brand as a whole. This encouraged public acceptance and increased patronage of Ed Hardy products. Remember earlier when I talked of Beats' success being largely owed to the Ed Hardy Company? You can see why now. Beats has been perfectly fantastic at aligning their company with celebrities and athletes that imbibe their brand. An aspect the Ed Hardy Company probably wished they had paid more attention to. However, the Ed Hardy brand faced crises as the brand reputation was ruined by the negative influence of celebrities with bad reputation. Christian Audigier's excessive love for celebrities eventually led to the downfall of the Ed Hardy Company. Negative character association of celebrities led to negative brand image by members of the public. In addition, the business splitting between Ed Hardy and Audigier contributed to the brand's failure and ruined reputation. The legal issue between Hardy and Christian led to a loss of focus on the Ed Hardy Clothing Company. This resulted in low profitability and a reduction in market share. Due to the financial crises, the Ed Hardy brand was licensed to the Iconics brand group, who acquired up to 50% of the brand and trademark in 2011. The Ed Hardy brand is still in existence and is currently striving to regain its market share and rise to the top. The Ed Hardy clothing brand has partnered with Illustrated People, a popular clothing label located in the United Kingdom. Although the Ed Hardy Clothing Company is merely a shadow of what it used to be, several measures are being taken to restore the Ed Hardy Clothing Company to its apex position in the fashion industry. So, as you can see, the Ed Hardy Company was lightning in a bottle. The company took the fashion world by storm and turned it on its head. From designs that were artistically beautiful to in-your-face flashy, the company allowed people to be edgier, even if they didn't have a tattoo. That shrewd marketing vision of the Ed Hardy Company permanently changed how companies interact with their customers and promote their brands. Unfortunately for Ed Hardy, they learned popular brands can crash just as quickly if their public exposure isn't professionally handled. So, what's your opinion around all this? Does this video change your perception of the Ed Hardy brand at all? How? Any thoughts you have? I'd love to see in the comments down below. And that wraps up today's episode. And hey, if you like this video and like these behind the business projects, throw us a like. Make sure you subscribe, hit that bell to turn on notifications. With that being said, this is business as usual. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.